If you're struggling in elite rank in Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2, this video is for you. I will give you guys tips and tricks on how you guys can gain the most percentage in every ranked game you play. No matter if you're a passive player or a person that likes W King everybody, I will give the best tips to get out of elite and to hit champion and beyond. Now, let's get into the video. So the first tip I'll give you guys is warm up in creative. I know I always say this, but you always want to make sure you just warm up, because when you do that, you're going to be at a massive disadvantage when you don't do that, because there's going to be other players that have been playing for hours upon hours, and obviously you just hopped on and you're probably just going to get crapped on because you're not warmed up with your edits, with your aim, your mechanics, and everything like that. Because that one missed shot, that one miss edit or build can literally cost your whole game. So you want to make sure you warm up in creative at least 15 to 30 minutes and do like a mechanics map or like a box fight map or whatever, just to, warm up your aim, your edits, and your piece control. Another quick tip I want to give you guys is make sure you play solos. I know you probably want to play with your friends or whatever, but playing solos is the greatest way to rank up. Because first off, solos are the fastest way to rank up. Placement and kills are worth a lot more compared to duo, trios, and squads. And also, when you do play solos, you won't depend on your friend named Timmy, always carrying you, so make sure to play solos. And yeah, I get it sometimes, it gets really boring playing solos. Sometimes you just get a buddy to hop on, but you really never want to play trios or squads, because the percent going, if you drop like a 20 bomb with your squad, you're not going to go up much. Especially if you're a lower rank playing with higher rank people, you're not going to go up very fast. The third tip I'll give you guys is master a drop spot. It doesn't have to be a POI. It can literally be a spot on the outside of the map. Make sure it's a spot with a decent amount of chests, materials, and heals, so you can come out of your spot ready to fight with 555 materials, so metal, brick, wood, max heals, and good weapons. If you guys can't find a spot to land at, go to Fortnite.gg. Alrighty guys, so I'm on Fortnite.gg, okay? So this is basically the whole map. So it shows you where everything is, the chests, the cars, through every floor loot spawn. It shows you everything. So I'm gonna show you guys. This is where I land, guys, okay? So I land at this little spot right here, okay? It's a pretty nice spot. There's a bunch of chests here, okay? There's a lot of ammo boxes here. And what I really like about this spot here, there's a lot of rotations. There's cars here. There's a launch pad too, so I can get out of here. So obviously you always want to make sure you have rotations in mind too. So that's why I really like this launch pad area, so I can rotate, maybe over here if there's kids fighting over here, or I just go to fencing field or whatever, You just always want to make sure you have rotations in mind when playing, because you always want to be further in your game, because most people, they don't really think about stuff like that, and then they kind of just play the game. They just go wherever they go, whatever. So obviously you want to make sure you have a plan in your mind. After you figured out what spot you want to land at, make sure to practice that spot in a normal battle royale game so you can learn it where every chest is. You also want to make sure that you have rotations after you leave your POI in your mind. After you figured out what spot you want to land at, the next tip I'll give you guys is take smart fights. Most players don't think about this when fighting somebody. They don't have awareness. For example, you push somebody in the middle of zone with a medallion, so everybody knows where you are and they don't cover themselves. They don't use situational awareness. Always keep that in mind, what fights you are taking, and think about, is this going to benefit me? Sometimes you don't need to take fights because you have max materials and amazing loot. You can always third-party people from a distance, so you can get some free kills. Another way to get some free kills is to rotate dead side of zone. Not many people rotate dead side of zone, and that's what makes it so good to fight, because you most of the time won't get third-party from somebody else, because not many people, rotate dead side. They just kind of go in the middle of the map and just start fighting random people. And most of the time, you get third-partied or even fourth-partied. So if you want to take some easy fights, make sure to third-party and take fights on the dead side of zone. Another tip I'll give you guys is you guys need to start playing for the win. I'm not saying camp to end game and only get 1 or 2 kills, but you need to play smart and only take certain fights. The only fights you should take is obviously the ones off spawn, so you can get some kills and loot up your whole drop spot. Another reason is if you are shambles and don't have good loot. You don't want to go into endgame with bad loot, because you're going to be at a massive disadvantage, and more likely you won't win that game. The other reason is if you can clean up a third party yourself. When you fight in third party, you want to clean up the fight fast as you can so you won't get third partied. So when you're taking fights, make sure they don't carry on for too long, because when that happens, you have a potential of getting third partied or even fourth partied. The perfect way you want to play a game is to fight off spawn. If people are in your spot, then don't fight mid game. only probably shoot at people from distance, at certain fights, maybe third party depending on the situation. Then play for the win and end game. Always rotate when it's moving zones so you can hold players in zone. The last and final tip I want to give you guys is have a positive mindset. Always have a mindset of, I'm going to win every fight. You need to have an ego, but still take smart fights. Make sure to remember to take good peeks, smart edits that don't expose you, and hit your shots. Sometimes you'll have those days that you aren't playing the best, and sometimes you might just need to hop off if you're struggling. It's okay to get off and just take an hour or two break from it, because if you keep playing and dying, you're only just going to do more damage to yourself. You're just going to do yourself in a bigger hole and just keep losing more percentage. Not every day we believe the best, but what you can control is how your mindset is, and always keep it positive. Just like Nick A30 says, never back down, never give up. Alrighty, that was cringy, but alrighty, that is all I have for you guys today. If you guys got something from this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!